I'm really struggling and I don't know what to do with it. I don't even know how you put this kind of feeling into words. It's just like, it's like I've got to do something. It doesn't, there's like no reason or not anything. It's just like this feeling, like my heart feels heavy and I feel like all jittery and I just feel like I need to do something. And I don't know. I don't know what. I've already had PRN today, so that's like the next option really, but part of me doesn't want to take it because it will stop me from doing something. And then is this just going to happen again tomorrow night because I didn't do it tonight? It's going to go back to the way it was. I know it is. And just like fighting off the inevitable. I just kind of feel like I should just completely give into it because I'm so tired. And I tell people that I get a better buzz when I help people, but I felt like that when I'd not had this feeling for a while. When I've got this feeling right now, nothing can take it away. Other than sedatives, which would just make me go to sleep and not deal with the actual stuff. But there's nothing, and there's nothing better than this feeling right now. I need to do something. I'm just so scared because there's so many possibilities. Like, there's so many options that I can take, and then there's so many possibilities for the reactions to them. And like when I took that overdose and I thought I had it all sussed out and that I couldn't be sectioned and stuff, and they did. And I don't want to be sectioned again. But if I was to overdose, I would really struggle being in hospital to have treatment for it. So I don't know what to do. And Dolly's just sat over there looking at me as if she's like, Mom, I know what's going on. And you know, I'm sat here and I'm thinking, right, if I'm gonna have to go to hospital or something, I'll just leave her out some extra food. I'm not sitting here thinking I can't go, I can't leave her, I don't want to. I'm thinking of how I could leave her and she'll be safe and okay. And then there's times like this when I just think all of this could have been over so long ago. If they'd let me carry on the way I was going, I could be dead. And instead I'm still going through this shit. And they say, well, it gets better, it doesn't last. But that's the point, is that it doesn't. The happiness doesn't last though. So what, I'm just meant to like not do anything because I'll be happy again for a few days and then I'll feel like this in a few days time. I can't keep this up and down. And they put me on a mood stabilizer and then increase it, and now I don't know like what they're meant to be doing with it. To be honest, I don't think I've really got much option tonight. And I'm the one that's just putting it off at the minute. Hey guys, so it's like nearly 8 o'clock at night, and I'm just stood at the bus stop waiting for the bus to go to hospital because I have overdosed. And I've just been like texting one of my friends and she's like asked if it helped, and I was like, I don't even know what I was trying to achieve by doing it. Like, the way I described it to her, I said it's like there's this little part of me that's breaking away from the rest, and it just wants to die, and like the rest is clinging on to it so hard and begging it not to go. And this piece is just really, really strong. He needs to go. And so do I, because my bus is here. So this is the part of my journey that no one's ever really seen, because this is the part where I've run away. This is the part where the doctor has had so many goes trying to find a vein, and you're just sat there thinking, you know what, I hope they don't find a vein, and then at least I can say I did my bit and I came to A&E and I wanted the treatment. And it was their fault that I died. It was them who couldn't find the vein. And then it's the part where you hear them arguing over what they're going to do with you. And you remember all the times when no one argued what to do over you, because no one knew what was happening to you. And those that did didn't care. They didn't care what happened to you. They didn't care if he raped you again. They didn't care if he kept hurting you and hurting you and hurting you until you wanted to be dead. And now this is the part where I need to turn my phone off so that the police can't trace it. And in the meantime, I'm trying to avoid the main roads and find somewhere dark to sit and figure out what I'm gonna do. So I just went and laid down in some bushes for like half an hour because security came out to the bus stop outside the hospital, and they were saying that they'd called the police and they'd be coming out, and I said I was getting on the bus, and he was like, no you can't, and I was like, you can't actually stop me because I'm out of hospital grounds. So I got on the bus, and then I thought they'll assume that I'm probably going to the bus's like final stop in Newcastle, so I got off at a random stop like a little way away from the hospital. I just went in these bushes and had a lie down for a bit, thinking that if they found out I got off that stop, they'll do a couple of circles around maybe, and then give up. And yeah, so I could like see onto the roads, and there was no police cars going round. So, and I started getting really cold, so I've just got up. I just feel really weird, like, I know I'm dissociating, I know that's what it is, but I just feel so weird. So I'm just walking around, trying to figure out where I am without going onto like really main roads and drawing attention to myself. So yeah, and the lie down gave me time to think what to do. I think that I am gonna try and get home, and if the police find me first, then I'm gonna accept treatment in hospital, because last time when the police took me in and I refused treatment, I got sectioned, so obviously I don't want that to happen again. So I'll just accept it, and maybe try and get across to them that it's a massive struggle for me to stay in hospital and stuff, and hopefully they'll be able to help, like if I could just have some sedation or something for a little while until the treatment's over. But I'd rather have to sit through the treatment than risk being sectioned, so that's the plan now, is if they find me, I'll have it. But the other thing as well is, which I'm kind of hoping on, is that if I say I'll have the treatment and they still can't find a vein, like, what are they going to do? They'll have to give up eventually, and I'll have agreed to it. Oh my god, I thought that was a police car coming. It's just a plain white car. And I'll have agreed to it. So there's not a lot that can do, really. I'm wondering if this is like an undercover person. I don't want to look around here because I'll just look really suspicious. So I'm just going to keep walking. I haven't got a clue where I am. And I turned my phone off so they wouldn't find me and stuff and trace it. But I thought it might help to be able to do like a vlog. And so I kind of have someone to talk to that can't like do much about the situation, if that makes sense. Like, just so I can garble away with all my messed up thoughts right now. But it's just such a shame because, like, I had all the right intentions going into A&E and what was gonna, well, like, agreed to the treatment. I sat there, they had like 5 goes trying to get a line in. They said I'd be admitted, and I was like, I asked if I could take my PRN so that it would help me stay there. And then I just thought, I don't know, and then it just all went to pot really quickly. Like that little piece that I was talking about before, she was just suddenly like at the forefront and caught me off guard, so I couldn't muster up my army to fight against her. So hopefully can figure out a way to get home before they find me. But then home is going to be like one of the first places I look probably, so then I don't know what to do because I don't want them causing a drama at my house for like all many of us to see and Dolly to get scared. Don't know, I figured I'll just keep walking and maybe it'll become a bit clearer as I keep going, like what my plan is, what I'm gonna do. My first thought was like, I need to find a motorway bridge or cliff to jump off. And I think I'm heading towards the beach, I'm not sure. So, I don't know. I'm gonna come off the camera now because it's actually really tiring holding it in front of me. Like, I'm so shattered. I've had so much lorazepam today, and then they made me have more in the hospital in A&E. And I mean, if the police actually see me and stop me, I'm just gonna be like, yes, I'll come. I'm not gonna put up a fight or anything because I'm shattered. I think my mum's obviously not happy with the situation. I sent her a text, and unlike in the past when I'd just be like, I've overdosed in my hospital, I sort of tried to explain it to her, and she just rang and asked like how much I took and stuff, and to let her know what was happening. Obviously I can't ring her and tell her I've left because that'll just upset her and she'll be angry and she'll be like, you need to go back, you need to go back. Do you know, I think one of the worst feelings out of all of this shit is knowing that my mum is never gonna understand. Never, no matter. No one is. But I don't care about anyone else really, it's my mum. Like, to think that she's never gonna understand why I do this. She's never gonna understand why I hurt so much, why I need to cut my skin. And every headlights I'm like, uh-oh. And it's not. Yeah, she's just never gonna get it. And you can try and explain, and I guess that's all I'm doing really. Because at least I can say like I tried. And it might work. You never know. Like, you don't give up on the people you love. And in the same way, like, Mum applies that with me, not giving up on me. I'm kind of applying that to her, and that I'm not going to give up, that she'll like never understand. I have to keep trying. Some blue lights are flashing, and it's freaking me out because I can't see where it's coming from. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll go off the phone. Obviously, if I get found or something, I'll let you know, I guess. See what happens. Bye. Hey guys, so I just had to ring that non-emergency police number because I'm so tired and I just like passed out next to this road. I don't even know where I am and I feel so ill. And I just rang them and I had to go and find like a street name that I could see, and she said she's gonna send some officers. And I'm just gonna try and see if they'll let me go home. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna say to them, please let me go home and just get better at home. And I'll just say that taking me back to hospital will just make things worse. So hopefully I can convince them. I'm so tired, I just don't even know where I am. My hip's killing because I cut it before I left. I'd say this is my lowest point right now, but there's probably been worse. So yeah, I'll let you know what happens. Hey guys, so this is a bit cringy. I'm actually videoing this in the bathroom because I was trying to video in my bed. I just felt a bit stupid and the nurses kept coming in and out. So yeah, the police caught me and brought me back to A&E, and at first I didn't want the treatment, so they were going to put me to sleep and put me on a ventilator again. And then these two police that I had with me were horrible, really, really horrible. The female one was like really judgmental, and in the end I was just like, do you know what, give me the treatment because then the police can go and I don't have to deal with their shit, because I don't need that on top of everything else that's going on inside my own head. So that's what happened basically. I had the drip put in my arm, started the treatment, came up to the ward. The police got some food and drinks, made the most of it, and then pissed off. My mum managed to come in and see me for a bit, but I was really annoyed because my phone charger stopped working and my battery was dead and my iPod was dead, and I charged that with my phone charger. But luckily my lovely friend Steph managed to get me one and bring it in, which was really lovely of her. So I'm now on my second drip. I don't know if people know, like Parvolax, it's the antidote for an overdose of paracetamol. So you have one drip bag that's quite small and it's an hour, and then this one is 4, and then after this I have 16 hours. So I'm basically going to be in late on tomorrow evening. So yeah, I'm just gonna get through this, and they've been giving me meds when I'm struggling, like diazepam and stuff. So I've slept quite a bit. I've got my college work to do, my book to read, and now my phone's charging and iPod's charging, so I'm sorted. I'm just a bit upset because I think like my community team offered to put Dolly into like a carry or something. This needs to stop, and I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna have to. And because I'm not losing Dolly, I'm not having people think that I'm a bad mum to her. I love her so much. I look after her. And it's not as if I've just like run off and left her and like eloped or whatever. I left her loads of food and stuff, and I felt really bad leaving her. And as I was walking away, I started crying, thinking of leaving her. And then I thought, I've got to push that out my head, otherwise I can't. I can't make the voices in my head happy. But do you know what? Screw them. I don't care how unhappy they are. I don't care how much they shower me, because Dolly's more important. And if I pack a bag and get down my street and think I feel bad for leaving Dolly, then I'm going home. Fuck the voices. I'll take medication, I'll lie there and cry, I'll sleep, whatever. I don't care. This isn't happening again. And Dolly's gonna be the one to save me. So I guess plans for tonight. I'm just doing some college work now. Read my book. I went and bought loads of snacks from the shop, which was naughty because I wasn't allowed to go, but I just thought, I'll just sneak out as if I'm like, I've got the okay wheel in my little drip thing. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna have some snacks and watch a movie and stuff tonight. And my bed's the only bed that hasn't got a bedside lamp, so the nurse said I can just keep my light on if I want. But I'll probably use the torch on my phone. So I'll do like a vlog tomorrow, catch you up, and then you'll be getting a vlog when I get home and I can't stop crying. So yeah, thank you guys for following my journey and sticking by me. And thank you for all the nice messages on Twitter and stuff. I'm trying. Recovery is not a straightforward line. Recovery is not how professionals try and say. A long time ago it would have been a lot more paracetamol, there would have been a lot more police, there would have been a restraint. It wouldn't have gone the way it'd gone. So as long as it's an improvement, that's all I've got to think about, I guess. But no, this cannot happen again. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Night. Guys, it's getting empty. It's just me. Hey guys. So I'm basically like on the ward by myself. There's a lady in bed there. But the one, the staff, like the nurse that's on our little area tonight, she was in A last night, and she was like, yeah, seeing you messing around, blah blah blah. And we just had a nice bit of banter, and I was telling her about a Dolly. I showed her a picture. So we figured out that hopefully my 8-hour bag should be done by about 1 tomorrow afternoon, which is good. And then that should hopefully just mean that I have to have blood tests and I can go. But when they do the ultrasound in the morning, I'm going to speak to the doctor and ask if I can have my bloods done like an hour before the treatment finishes, so once the treatment's finished I can go, which they've done before, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I've handed in some sharps that the police hadn't found, just because the urges are quite bad and I don't want to ruin it. So I handed them in, and she seems like a nice nurse that I could get support from if I'm struggling, instead of doing something which I can't afford to do, because I've got a baby to get home to. I showed them all that picture and they were like, oh, she's too cute. So yeah, cracking on with college work, and I have the most amazing flapjack ever. Yeah. So I'll see you guys soon, and hopefully it'll be an uneventful night over here.